Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel if you are new. So I have an exciting video to share with you guys, and today's video I am going to be going through the Dessa's Homespun Scents pre-order list. So this video was actually requested by Stacy. So Stacy, thank you so much for requesting this video. I'd never even thought to do one of these videos. I know a lot of us YouTubers here, have recently started doing videos on vendors' upcoming pre-order list and going through the list and sharing with everybody, the scents on the list and if they have them and what they're getting. And honestly, I just never thought to do that. So I was so excited when Stacy, had left a comment on my video, my last Dessa's video, asking me if I could do a video on her upcoming pre-order list. And I was like, absolutely. I was like, I can't believe I, didn't think of it, especially because Dessa is one of my top favorite vendors. She's definitely my top 3 favorite vendors. I love her wax. I love her blends. Her wax always performs so well for me. And she's just one of those vendors where I feel like I cannot miss an opening from her. So, I know I originally was supposed to be on a no-buy after the Teddy Bees pre-order in September, but then once I heard that Dessa was gonna have another pre-order before the end of this year, I was like, okay, I have to go in on it, because like I said, she's one of those vendors where I feel like I cannot miss an opening from. So I am gonna be doing that, and then I will be done at least for the rest of the year, for November, December, and then into January too. I'm going to be on a no-buy for those 3 months at least, November, December, January. That's it. So I'm excited to go through this list. I did print this list out. I made notations on what I already do have in my collection, and I have them all pulled here to share with you for when we get to those scents. And then I highlighted the ones that I am interested in getting. So we will jump right in. So first of all, the pre-order is going to be Saturday, October 19th at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So you just want to check your time zone to see when it's going to be, what time it will be for you. And it says the pre-order will begin at 11 a.m. and will close once orders volume reaches capacity. And it says capacity is typically reached anywhere between 1 and 3 hours. However, it usually reached within the first hour during seasonal pre-orders. And that is true. Like, I have it set on my phone, an alarm to go off and everything. I go right on the website as soon as it opens, bam, 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 get everything into my cart, and I instantly check out, because I have noticed since I've been shopping with her that yes, her pre-order typically does close within an hour or 2. I have seen it close in an hour, so you want to get right on the website and get your order in. It says production is 6 weeks. It does not include the weekend of the pre-order or actual shipping time. And it says orders will ship on or before December 2nd, 2024. So Dessa is usually very good with her turnaround time. She usually sticks right to that 6-week mark. Like, I always have, great luck with getting my packages on time from her. So it says the following shapes will be available to order. She has tiles, which are approximately 1.7 ounces. I believe those are $2.75. I apologize. I forgot to write down the pricing of everything, but I believe the tiles are $2.75. She has the Breakaway bars, which are approximately 3 ounces, and those are $4.75. The brittle bars are approximately 6.5 ounces, and those are $10.75. She now just started offering tubs in her last pre-order. Those are approximately 8 ounces, and I believe they are $12.75 for the tubs. The small custom loaves are 5.5 ounces. You can choose 1 or 2 cents to custom. And those, I believe, are $8.75. And then she has her large custom loaves, which are approximately 15.8 ounces, which you can choose 1, 2, or 3 cents to blend in her large custom loaves. And I believe those are $22.75. So she is offering house blends in scents from her Main Street Memories collections, which is her Disney collection. So we are going to jump right in. The very first scent on the list here is one that I do have. This is Autumn Equinox. This is a beautiful blend of beach nights combined with our vanilla voodoo and white birch. Her vanilla voodoo, I do have that to share too, but that is Madagascar vanilla, birch, and sweet cream. So it's basically beach nights with white birch and the vanilla voodoo, which has an added, birch note to it. So And I do have that here. This one was sent to me from Christine Sensing. So Christine, thank you for this. I had actually, this is, I do have another Breakaway bar. I had ordered in her last pre-order in July before Christine had even sent this to me. I had ordered this in that pre-order, and I'm so glad I did because this has instantly become a love of mine. I've only done one cube from this. I did it a couple of weeks ago in my bedroom, and this literally went for 2 days in my bedroom, like knocking me out of the bedroom. It was so strong. So once again, it's the Beach Nights, Vanilla Voodoo, and White Birch. And this, oh, if you like beach nights, tree scents, anything like that, you have to try Autumn Equinox. You will not be disappointed. This is absolutely beautiful. I don't think I'm going to get any more than that because I have that full Breakaway bar. I've only used one piece from it. And then I still have a full Breakaway bar that I just got in her recent pre-order from July. So I'm pretty stocked on it for now. And Dessa is usually pretty good at bringing back, you know, favorites and everything to her pre-orders. So I know eventually I'll be able to get that again when I need it. So I think I'm going to pass this time though. Next up, I do plan on getting this. I'm going to get it in a tile. This is Believe. This is fresh baked cinnamon rolls drizzled with vanilla frosting, warm sugar cookies, and a forest of Fraser fir. This one sounds really good with that vanilla frosting, the sugar cookies, and that Fraser fir. I am a little bit scared of the fresh baked cinnamon rolls because I have some of her cinnamon blends and it can be a little bit spicy in my opinion. I'm not a huge, you know, red hot cinnamon spicy fan. So I want to try it in a tile just to see how it is. And like I said, you know, she offers, I've seen this scent offered many times. So I know if I do like it, I can always order it again next year. So, but I do want to give it a shot this time. Next up is a new blend. This is Buckle Up Buttercup, a blend of our buttery blackberry buckle, which is an old-fashioned dessert of rich and buttery batter loaded with fresh, sweet blackberries baked in a cast iron skillet, mixed with our robust coffee on Maine. So it's basically, you know, the blackberries with the coffee. So I'm going to skip on this one because I'm not a huge coffee person, but I do have her blackberry buckle. I did forget to pull it for this video because I wasn't thinking because you know, it's in a blend and I don't plan on picking it up, but her blackberry buckle is really good. It really is that fresh, sweet blackberry. And you really do get that buttery batter. Like you get that richness, that decadence from the batter. So it's rich, it's decadent with that fresh sweet blackberries. So if you like that kind of scent and you like coffee scent, I think this would be a good one for you. Next we have Cabin in the Woods, which is warm balsam, sandalwood, and cedar are balanced with cranberry woods and hints of seasonal spices. This one sounds okay, but it's another one that I'm gonna pass on because I'm not a huge fan of cedar and the hints of seasonal spices. I'm not an overly spiced person either. So because of those two, I am gonna pass. But if you like those scents, I think this might be worth a shot for you. Next, we have Candy Cane Forest. This is sweet candy canes and creamy vanilla bean Noel are surrounded by a forest of pine trees. I know that this was offered in her July pre-order and I did not pick this up and I was regretting it. So I am gonna get that one in a tile because I have to like be in the mood for like some mint scents. So I feel like a tile would be, you know, perfect amount for me. So I'm interested to try because I do have a blend here with her that I will talk about next because her candy cane oil is good. So I'm interested to try it with the vanilla bean Noel and the pine trees. I think it's going to be an interesting combo. So I am going to get that one in a tile. The next one, I do have this in a tile and in one of her brittle bars, so I'm going to pass on it this time around, but this one is really good. This is Candy Cane Snowball Cookies. This is buttery sweet shortbread cookies are dipped in a sweet vanilla glazed and rolled in crushed candy cane bits. Crushed candy cane, wow. Can I talk? So I do have this, like I said, I pulled it in the tile, but I do have it in a one of her brittle bars. I actually got this in a sample before in one of my orders and I melted it and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is the most like richest, creamiest candy cane with vanilla. It's not a, you know, nose clearing mint. It's not an overwhelming mint. It really is just a beautiful, rich, creamy candy cane. So if you like that kind of scent, I would highly recommend this. Or if you haven't tried mint and you kind of want to dip your toe into mint, I think this would be a good one to start with. And you could just grab it in the tile, because I can get 4 to 6 pieces out of this tile easily. So that is Candy Cane Snowball Cookies. Next is a new scent for Dessa's. This is Changing Seasons, a warm and cozy blend of roasted pine cones and our peppercorn, pomander, and clove, which is fresh cracked peppercorn, zesty orange peel, juicy mandarin, and spiced clove buds. So this one sounds interesting again, but again, I'm gonna pass on this one because the peppercorn, pomander, and clove is not something that I'm into. I'm not into the zesty orange peel. I'm not into the juicy mandarin. I'm not into like those, you know, spiced citrus scents. So it's really just not my vibe. So I'm gonna pass on this one. Next, we have Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. I know this is a very popular blend of hers. This is a blend of chestnuts and brown sugar, sugar cookies, and marshmallow fireside, featured in our 2022 Christmas Advent. I do have that one here. Oh, there it is. So this one is just, you get the chestnuts, the brown sugar, and that marshmallow fireside. This is really, really good. If you like the warm, cozy, with like a slight hint of the smoky sweetness from the marshmallow fireside, this is really good. I do have 2 breakaway bars of this, so I am gonna pass on it this time around just because I do have 2 of these. So, but that is Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. Next is another one that was offered in her July pre-order, and I did not get it, and I was regretting it. And I'm definitely getting it this time around, and I'm getting it in a breakaway bar. This is Christmas Movie Season. This is Fresh Winter Balsam, is blended with Cider Lane, our sweet cinnamon streusel, and fire roasted marshmallows. So I want to get this because I have mentioned before that I'm kind of getting a little sick of Cider Lane, but I've had Dessa's before, and she does have a good Cider Lane. But I'm also hoping that with the balsam, the cinnamon streusel, and the fire roasted marshmallows, those scent notes will kind of overtake the Cider Lane. The Cider Lane won't be the predominant note. So I do want to try it because it does sound like a very good blend. Next is Christmas Tree. Close your eyes and you are in the middle of a forest of Christmas trees, the nostalgic scent of a fresh cut pine and Fraser fir. This is our original Christmas tree blend. So it just sounds like you're, you know, great, you know, every year Christmas tree scent. I am going to pass on it because I do have a lot of Christmas tree scents in my collection still left over from last year that I need to use up this year. So that is the only reason why I'm passing on this, because I do need to finish up the ones that I have from last year. But if you love Christmas tree scents, you can't go wrong with that. Next is Cinnabon. So I have had this one before, but I ended up sending it in friend mail, and I believe I sent it to Anya. It says, you can't get much more authentic than this blend. This scent smells exactly like the center of a fresh baked, big fat doughy cinnamon roll with cream cheese frosting. It says it's heavy on the dough, lighter on the sweet cinnamon. So I had sent this to Anya because I had melted a piece of the breakaway bar that I had, and it was a little bit too spicy cinnamon for me. So that's why I wanted to pass it along to somebody who would enjoy it more than me. But I do want to give it another try because it does say that it's heavier on the dough and lighter on the cinnamon. So I'm hoping that maybe she like slightly tweaked the formula so it's, you know, less cinnamon heavy. So I am going to pick it up in a tile just to see. And then once again, if it has been tweaked and it's better than, you know, it was before, then I can always just get it again because this is a scent that I've seen her offer many times before. But if you like cinnamon bun scents, you should definitely try it. Next one is Cotton Candy Melon Medley. Blend contest winner created by Jess Dickey. This is cotton candy frosting, honeydew melon, and juicy watermelon. Sounds like it would be a really nice, you know, spring into summer scent. I'm going to pass on it because I'm not into honeydew melon scents, and I'm not typically into watermelon scents either. They can kind of lean like very artificial to me. So because of that, I am going to pass on that one. Country Christmas, an old-fashioned country Christmas. Cozy up to the spicy fragrance of clove, apple, cinnamon, and oranges. Surround yourself in nostalgia. So this sounds like, you know, if you would walk into like a Hobby Lobby or a Michael's and, you know, you have the, you know, the apple cinnamon, you know, the wreaths that are hanging and everything. It sounds like walking into like one of those stores. So I am going to skip on it because once again, the oranges and stuff in there, I'm just not into like those citrus type of scents like that. So for me, I am going to pass. But if you like those Michael, like Hobby Lobby type scents, I think that would be a good one to try. Next, we have Cranberry Pear Bliss Bars. Cookie batter topped with chunks of fresh cranberries, autumn pears, and a drizzle of white chocolate frosting. This was also known as Autumn Bliss Bars, featured in our 2022 Christmas Advent. This one sounds good, but I'm going to pass on it because I recently discovered I'm not as into pear scents as I originally thought I was. So because it has the pears in it, I am going to pass. But I think if you like pear scents and you like cranberry scents, I think this one would probably be a really good one to try because I have had other blends with her cookie batter and like her cake batter. And those scent notes really do stand out in those blends. You get the richness, the creaminess, you know, from the batter scents. So I really think that mixed with the cranberries and the autumn pears, if you like those two scent notes, you would love it, you know, mixed with that batter scent. It gives it like that extra richness, creaminess. So I am going to pass because I'm just not into pear scents. Next, we have Dickens Winter Cider. Sit by the fire while sipping a steaming cup of cider filled with mulled apples, mandarin oranges, tart cranberries, and seasonal mulling spices. Once again, because of the mandarin oranges and, you know, the seasonal mulling spices, I am going to pass on this one because it just doesn't really sound like it would be something up my alley because, like I said, I'm not into the citrus scents. The seasonal spices kind of scares me a little bit, so I'm going to pass on that one. This one is another new blend to her, and I'm gonna grab this one. This is Fall Harvest Farmhouse. Capture the aroma of harvest spices in the kitchen combined with the warmth of rustic oak, cedar leaf, and sandalwood. This is very warm and cozy and is quickly becoming a favorite. I cannot stop sniffing this one. So yes, I'm gonna get this in a tile though because the rustic oak sounds really good and the sandalwood sounds really good. The cedar leaf kind of scares me a little bit. I'm not a huge cedar person. I feel like sometimes when I get blends with cedar in it, sometimes that's the only thing that I can smell. So I just want to try it out in a tile and see how I like it. So because I do like the rustic oak and the sandalwood, and I do like the very warm and cozy scents. So I do think that this one's going to be a good one. If you like the warm, cozy scents, I would definitely give it a shot. Even if you just get it in a tile, you know, just try it out. Next is another popular blend of hers. I've had this in a sample before, but it's just not something that's in, you know, my wheelhouse. This is Fall in New England. A warm and comforting blend enjoyed during the fall season. A fresh brewed latte loaded with buttery pumpkin puree and nutty caramel, and a side of sweet cinnamon streusel. So I'm just, like I said in the beginning, I'm not into coffee scents. So I've had this in a sample before and it was pretty good. But like I said, I'm just not a coffee person in wax. So I'm gonna skip on this one. But if you are into coffee, I would recommend this one because I know it's a very popular blend from her. Next, we have Farm Fresh Raspberry Jam. Sweet, slightly tart, fresh raspberry jam made from red raspberries picked from fresh from the farm and sweet sugar crystals. This is the most authentic raspberry I have ever smelled. There are no floral notes at all. And it says it's one of her best sellers. So I know a lot of people got this in the last pre-order in July because I know it was offered then, and a lot of people raved about it. If you like raspberry scents, I would highly recommend that you try it because everybody seems to rave about it. I have found recently that I'm not into raspberry scents either. There have been some that I've smelled that I don't like because I do get that floral note from it, but there have been other vendors that I tried that I don't get that floral note from it, and I'm still just not a fan of raspberry like I thought I was. So I am gonna skip on that one for that reason. Next, I do have this one, and this is another popular blend of hers. This is Fireflies. Fireflies bring magic to summer nights. Warm cedar wood, damp night air, campfire smoke, and the gentle sweetness of roasting marshmallows are combined to create this magical blend. So I do have this one here, and this is just, you get that roasted marshmallow with that campfire, and then you do get a hint of like that dampness. I don't get too much cedar wood in this, which I'm not mad about because like I said, I'm not huge into cedar scents. But this is really good. If you like the, you know, marshmallow campfire, you know, scent notes, I would highly recommend this one. That is Fireflies. I know it's another bestseller for her. Next, we have Gingerbread House. Fresh from the oven, spicy homemade fresh gingerbread blended with ground cinnamon, fresh vanilla bean, ginger, and sticky molasses. Yum. It sounds like yummy for me to like eat, but I'm going to pass on this one because there is another gingerbread scent that's being offered in this pre-order that I'm more interested in. So I'm going to get that other one instead because this one's, you know, with the spicy homemade fresh gingerbread, I'm kind of more into like the sweetness from it. So, you know, since it has like that spicy note in it, I'm gonna pass on this one. But if you really like gingerbread scents, you should try it out. This next one is Holiday Eggnog, a favorite holiday tradition, a rich and indulgent creamy concoction of Nana's homemade eggnog with a touch of rum and nutmeg. So this one, I am gonna grab it in a tile because I do enjoy eggnog scents. I prefer the more rich and creamy eggnog versus the boozy eggnog. So the touch of rum does scare me a little bit. So that's why I'm going to get it in a tile to see if I like it. And then I can always order more next year. So, but I am interested in trying this one because I do enjoy eggnog scents. If you like eggnog scents, you should try that one too. Next, we have Holiday, which is the nest type. A festive holiday blend of pomegranate, mandarin oranges, pine, cloves, cinnamon, and a hint of vanilla and amber compared to Holiday by Nest. So I've never smelled that fragrance from Nest. And like I said, I'm not into like the mandarin oranges and the cloves and stuff like that. So it doesn't sound like it's going to be a scent that's up my alley. So this one I am going to pass on. But if you have tried the, you know, the Nest type, then maybe you might want to try the dupe for it. Next is Homestead Holiday. I believe this was another one that was offered in her July pre-order and I passed on it and I was regretting that one too. We have blended our roasted pine cones with sugary cinnamon streusel and ooey gooey marshmallows. So for her pine cone notes though, it says it's fresh pine cones, hints of sweet vanilla, a whisper of smokiness, and a suitable forest backdrop. So that is mixed with the sugary cinnamon streusel and ooey gooey marshmallows. So it just sounds like it's gonna be like that beautiful roasted pine cone note with that, you know, cinnamon streusel and like the gooiness of the marshmallow. So it sounds like it might be a little bit creamy because of the marshmallows and it has the hints of the sweet vanilla. So I'm excited to try this one out. I'm gonna get that one in a Breakaway bar. If you like pine cone scents, this one might be up your alley. Next one is another new blend to her. This is Honey Pear Harvest, a blend of honey spiced pear, which is fresh autumn pears coated in sugar, nutmeg, cinnamon, honey, and vanilla, paired with a suitable background of leaves, Bath & Body Works type. This is an amazing, warm, and cozy blend that is perfect in fall and winter as well as year round. So like I just mentioned a few minutes ago, I'm not into pear scents. So because of that, I am going to pass on this one. I do love leaves from Bath & Body Works. So if you like leaves and you like pear scents, this might be a good one for you. But since I am not into pear scents, I'm going to pass on this one. Next is one that I do have here. This is hoodie season. I know Christine from Christine's Scent Scene is eager to get more of this one. It says we have paired our Palo sugared streusel, which is Palo Santo, sweet cinnamon streusel, and powdered sugared donut with leaves, Bath & Body Works type. It says capture the essence and warmth of an autumn with a rich blend of crisp red apples, golden nectar, and spiced berries. So I do have that one here. I got this in her pre-order. She had a pre-order last year in November, was her last pre-order for last year, because then she ended up closing down so she could move cross country. So I got that in that one. And I've been saving it for this year. Oh, this is so good. I can't wait to melt it. You get that Palo Santo, you get the leaves, and you get a hint of that sweet cinnamon streusel. So the cinnamon streusel in this doesn't actually smell spicy to me. You really get like that Palo Santo with the leaves and it's just beautiful. So that is hoodie season. I am going to pass on it just because I do have this full Breakaway bar. But it would be a repurchase for me once I finish that. Next we have Magical Journey. This is from her Main Street Memories collection. This one I am going to get in a Breakaway bar. I have not tried this scent before, but Dessa does a fresh aquatic scents really well, so I do want to try this. It says, fasten your seatbelt as you soar across the tops of waterfalls, glide over the ocean and through an exotic rainforest while on the back of a magical banshee. This flight of passage inspired blend captures the essence of fresh aquatic notes, cool sea breeze, wisps of sweet citrus paired with hints of moss and damp earth. So that just sounds so good. It kind of sounds like almost similar to her Pirate Voyage, which I know is another blend after the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney. I've never been, so I don't know, you know, for sure like what it smells like over there, but that Pirate Voyage smells so good, and I feel like this is going to be something like similar to that, so I definitely want to give that a try. If you like the fresh aquatic scents, that might be a good one. Next, we have Main Street Christmas. Step back in time as you stroll down Main Street during the Christmas season. Christmas trees in store windows, lanterns adorned with wreaths and bows and twinkling lights set the scene. Tart cranberries, bayberries, crushed cinnamon, hints of orange zest, and a background of freshly cut pine trees. This one sounds good, but again, I am going to pass on it. I'm not into bayberry scents. I don't like the orange zest, so it just doesn't feel like it's something that's up my alley. But if you ever been down, you know, Main Street during Christmas time at Disney, this, you know, might be a scent for you, or if those scent notes sound appealing to you. Next is another new blend to her. This is Nana's French Toast. Thick Texas toast is dredged in egg wash, fried until gold and crispy, and topped with a dollop of butter, powdered sugar, and a drizzle of syrup. That sounds good. I don't have it on my list. I don't know if I'm gonna get a tile of it or not. I just don't know. Like I've tried some French toast scents before, and I wasn't overly crazy, so I may add it to my list in a tile just to try it and see. But if you like those types of bakery scents, this might be for you. Nordic Christmas. This blend is magic. It combines crisp Macintosh apple, winter balsam, warm cedar notes, and hints of bayberry and winter berries. This one sounds good, but I'm gonna pass on it because of the warm cedar notes and the bayberry. Those are like the two notes that scare me in this, but the Mac apple, the winter balsam, and the winter berries do sound intriguing to me, but because of those other two notes, I am gonna skip out on this one, but it does sound like a very interesting blend. Next is one that I do have here. This is North Pole Bakery. This is gingerbread sugar cookies with sweet peppermint candies. This is good. I get the sweet peppermint candies first, and then I do get a hint of like that gingerbread. Let's see if I can take it out. This is when she used to do like these like decorated ones. But yeah, I get the sweet peppermint candies, and I do get a hint of that gingerbread. And it's not like a spicy gingerbread, so if you like mint scents and you like gingerbread, this might be a good one for you to try out. So that is North Pole Bakery. I am going to skip on it since I do have that still. Next, this is the gingerbread scent that I want to try. I know this was offered in her last pre-order as well, and a lot of people seem to really like this one. This is Nutcracker Sweet, a delicious holiday blend of fresh from the oven gingerbread cookies, buttery sugar cookies, cinnamon rolls, our gingerbread sweet cakes, and sweet vanilla frosting. Yes, everything about that blend just sounds amazing. Fresh from the oven gingerbread cookies, the buttery sugar cookies, the cinnamon rolls, the gingerbread sweet cakes, and then you have that vanilla frosting on top. This one sounds phenomenal. If you're a bakery lover, you gotta get this one. Next is Polar Express. We are returning our original version of this blend, a delicious mug of rich hot chocolate with marshmallows, sweet candy canes, and a backdrop of Fraser fir trees. This one sounds good. The name kind of like speaks to me because I do love the movie Polar Express, but I'm gonna pass on this one because of that rich hot chocolate. I'm not into chocolate with wax, but if you are into chocolate scents, you should probably try that one. Next we have, this is a new scent to her. This is Pumpkin Gingerbread Latte. What better way to start the holiday season than with pumpkin gingerbread and coffee? We have combined pumpkin spices, ginger, molasses, nutmeg, espresso, and steamed milk, and topped it with a fresh dollop of whipped cream. Sounds good, but once again, I'm not into the coffee latte scents, but everything else about it sounds amazing. The gingerbread, the pumpkin, like it does smell really good. So if you like those types of scents, this might be a good one for you to try if you like coffee. Next is raspberry jam filled cronuts, a croissant-like pastry deep fried like a donut filled with our delicious farm fresh raspberry jam enrolled in sugar crystals. OMG, it says. So like I said, I'm not into raspberry scents, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to pass on this one. But if you like raspberry, you know, scents and you like the donut scents, this is probably an amazing one for you to try. I have heard people talk about this and I've heard that people really do like this blend, so, but for me, it's gonna be a pass. Next is one that I do have. This is roasted honey butter and bread. A dollop of whipped honey butter cream atop a thick slice of fresh baked bread. And this is exactly what it says. It's bread with that sweetness of honey. I usually don't like honey in wax, but you know, this doesn't like smell like straight up honey to me. It just kind of smells more like sweet. It just gives it more of like a sweet vibe. So you get that fresh, you know, baked bread, but the sweetness from the honey and a hint of like that buttery note. This one's really good. If you like bread scents, I would highly recommend this one. So that is roasted honey butter and bread. Next we have, this one is a new scent to her and I'm definitely picking this one up. This is Santa's Bake Shop. Step into Santa's Bake Shop where the elves are fast at work baking an assortment of sweet treats in preparation for the holiday festivities. I love her scent descriptions here. They're just so in-depth. This scent captures the aroma of all the delicious ingredients in freshly baked sweet treats. Pastry dough, sugar crystals, clarified butter, brown sugar, cinnamon sugar, crushed graham crackers, vanilla frosting, sweet cream, freshly baked cookies, and pastries. Like, this just sounds like bakery heaven to me, and I'm definitely getting this in a Breakaway bar for sure. That pastry dough, the brown sugar, the cinnamon sugar, the vanilla frosting, like everything about this scent just sounds so rich and creamy and delicious, and I want it. Next is another one that was from the July pre-order that I didn't pick up and I was regretting. And I'm gonna get this in a tile because there is a scent note in here that I'm not crazy about. So, but this is Shut the Front Door, a blend of strawberry pound cake, our sweet macerated strawberries, the farm fresh raspberry jam, deep fried funnel cake, and our New Orleans beignets. So yeah, I'm not a fan of the raspberry, like I said, but I'm hoping that between the strawberry pound cake, her sweet macerated strawberries, the deep fried funnel cake, and the New Orleans beignets might be, you know, more dominant than the fresh raspberry jam. So that's why I'm gonna get a tile of it just so I can try it out, and if I just get too much raspberry, then I can just pass it along to somebody else who will enjoy it, and then I know not to get that again. But I at least want to try it out and see. Next is Smoky Mountain Berries, a magical blend of Fraser fir, bayberry, holiday berries, and vanilla. One of our best-selling holiday scents. However, this is also beautiful year-round. So once again, because of the bayberry and the holiday berries, the scent is not really like speaking to me. So for me, I am going to pass, but it does sound like a really good, you know, traditional Christmas blend if you're into that. Next is Snowed In. This blend captures the spirit of being snowed in during a blistery snowstorm. The scent of fresh fallen snow, balsam and evergreen needles, cranberries and spices simmering on the stove in a roaring fire in the fireplace. Yes, please. I was searching for this. I could have sworn I got this as my sample from the July pre-order, but I couldn't find it. But I know I got this as a sample. I don't know if I put it in a melting basket and just forgot, but I want to get more of it based on what I smelled in the sample. The fresh fallen snow, the balsam, the cranberries, the fireplace, like everything about it sounds really good. So I'm gonna get that in a tile just to see if I like it or not. Next, I do have this one, and I got it in a tile in her July pre-order, and as soon as I smelled it, I was like, why didn't I get this in a bigger size? So I am gonna get this one in a Breakaway bar this time. This is Snowflakes and Sleigh Rides, a winter scene. The ground is covered in fresh falling snow, surrounded by wintry pines, cold crisp air, and snowflakes falling. This will take you there. And she's absolutely right about that. This scent does take you there. It's so good. You get that fresh falling snow, and then you get that tree note, and you get that coolness from that cold, crisp air. This is so good. If you like tree scents, I would highly recommend this one. This is a really good tree scent with that, you know, the coolness from the cool air and then like the fresh falling snow. This is beautiful, and I'm so excited to get more. So happy that this one made the scent list again. Next up, we have sugar cookies, which is classic sweet and delicious buttery sugar cookies fresh from the oven. This is a great blender or perfect on its own. So it just sounds like, you know, your typical rich, creamy sugar cookie scent. I'm not going to get it just because I do have a lot of sugar cookie scents in my collection already. So I'm going to skip on this one. But if you like sugar cookie scents, you can't go wrong. Next is another one I do have. This is sugared zucchini streusel. This is zucchini bread, sugar cookie, and cinnamon streusel crumble. This is good. This is actually, this one has toned down a little bit. I remember when I first smelled this, I did get like that spiciness from that cinnamon streusel crumble. But now I'm really just getting like the zucchini bread, a richness from like that sugar cookie, and just a slight hint of that cinnamon streusel cake. It's not a heavy, you know, spicy cinnamon scent anymore. This one has really changed, and I'm actually really liking it now. I thought this one was going to be like too strong, like spicy for me, but it actually smells really good now. So if you're into these scent notes, this one might be a good one for you to try. I know this is a popular blend of hers too, but I am going to skip on it since I do have that full Breakaway bar already. Next is another blend that was offered in her last pre-order. This is Sweet Lavender Beach. We have combined our beach nights with sweet and soothing lavender and hints of vanilla. And that one I do have. So I believe this was new to her in her last pre-order in July. And this is so good. She has a really nice sweet lavender. And then you get that beach nights and a creaminess from the vanilla. This is just beach nights with lavender, and it's amazing. If you like those two scent notes, I highly recommend this one. This is going to be perfect for the bedroom set. So that is Sweet Lavender Beach. Next is another one that I do have. This is another popular blend of hers. This is Sweet Macerated Strawberries. Sliced strawberries coated in sugar until the natural sweet syrup is released. Yes, this is that sweet, sugary strawberry, and it smells authentic to me. It's not like an artificial strawberry. It literally just smells like a bowl of strawberries that have been coated in sugar. And it smells so good. Oh, this is really good. If you like strawberry scents, I highly recommend this one. I am going to pass on it just because I do have this full Breakaway bar. But this is, you know, every strawberry lover should probably have that one in their collection. Next up is a new one to her, and I do want to get this one in a Breakaway bar. This is Vanilla Chai Latte, a sweet and creamy hot drink perfect for a cold wintry day. Notes of chai tea, nutmeg, cinnamon, cardamom, and a creamy vanilla foam topping. Like, yes, please. This sounds like, you know, like the around the holiday season at Starbucks, I get the gingerbread oat milk chai. This sounds like similar to that, you know, just minus the gingerbread, but everything else about it just sounds amazing. So I definitely want to try this out because I have noticed that I am a little bit into chai scents, you know, depending on how like strong they are. If it really is just like a strong chai note, then I usually don't like it. But with the other notes, the creamy vanilla foam and the cinnamon and the cardamom, sounds really good. So I'm going to try that one. Next is Vanilla Voodoo. This is another one of her best sellers. I've had this in blends before, but I got it in her last pre-order for the first time on its own, but I only got it in a tile and I was instantly regretting it once I smelled it. So I am definitely getting it in a Breakaway bar this time. It says it must be voodoo, white birch, Madagascar vanilla, sandalwood, and sweet cream. This blend is everything. Yes, you get that white birch but it's not like an overpowering, like in your face tree scent, because you get that Madagascar vanilla with that sweet cream. So it's really nice, like creamy, sweet tree scent. This one's so good. As soon as I opened this, when I got my order, I smelled it and I'm like, why? Why did I only get this in a tile? Like, I should have known better because I've had it in blends and I really like it blended with other things. So I should have known that I was going to love this on cold by itself. And I really do. So yeah, I'm getting a Breakaway bar for sure. If you like birch scents and vanilla scents, highly recommend Vanilla Voodoo. Next is Visions of Sugar Plums, Danced in Their Heads. We have combined our Sugar Plum Fairy, which is sugared plums, black pepper, and holiday spices with our fresh balsam. This one sounds good, but I don't know. I haven't decided if I want to add this to my list or not. You know, the black pepper and the holiday spices kind of scare me a little bit, but the fresh balsam and the plum do sound good. So I might grab this in a tile. I haven't thought of it yet. I think Jenny from Just Jenny likes her sugar plum scents. So it might be one to try if you like plum and tree. It might be a good combination. That one I have to decide more on if I want to add it. If I did get it, I would get it in a tile just to see. Next is Winter Day compared to Bath & Body Works Winter Type. Notes of white woods, pine needles, sparkling clementine, and spiced clove. This one I am going to pass on. I have smelled the candle from Bath & Body Works and it did smell nice. It's just not my type. I got like that sparkling clementine and it just wasn't really doing it for me mixed with the other notes. But I do know that it is a very popular candle from Bath & Body Works. So if you've had the candle from Bath & Body Works, you would probably enjoy this blend. Next we have just two more left. This one is Winter Snow Globe. This is sugar cookies, crushed candy cane, vanilla bean, gooey marshmallow, and white chocolate drizzle. I've seen this offered before. I had gotten this last year because I received some of it from Summer in friend mail, and I really liked it. I had passed on it before because of that white chocolate drizzle, because I'm not usually into chocolate and wax. But this just goes so good together. You get that crushed candy cane, you get the gooey marshmallow, and you get that sweetness from the white chocolate drizzle. So it doesn't actually smell like chocolate. It just adds like, you know, a sweetness to it because white chocolate is more sweet. But this is so good. If you like candy cane notes and you like the sugar cookies, this would be a good one for you to try. That is Winter Snow Globe. I am going to pass this time around just because I still have my full Breakaway bar, but I would definitely repurchase that next year once I'm all out. And last but not least, this is Zucchini Pumpkin Malo. This is creamy zucchini bread, pumpkin butter bake, and toasted marshmallow. This one's really good. She has a really good zucchini bread. And that pumpkin batter, or pumpkin butter bake, I should say, is really good. I don't get too much of the toasted marshmallow. I really just get that creamy zucchini bread, and it is a creamy zucchini bread. It's not like a doughy, like yeasty zucchini bread. It really, like, it is a creamy zucchini bread with that pumpkin. This is good. If you like zucchini bread scents, I would recommend this one. So that is Zucchini Pumpkin Malo. And that is it. That is the Dessa's Winter 2024 pre-order list. This was so fun to do. You know, like I said, I just love Dessa's wax. Her wax performs so well for me. Her blends are amazing. And I just love everything about her wax. So I'm excited to be participating in this pre-order. I hope this video was helpful for you, especially if this is going to be your first time purchasing from Dessa's. I hope that this video, you know, helped you in some way, you know, either make a list, narrow down your list, or add to your list. Sorry if you have to add to your list, but this was so much fun. Again, Stacy, thank you so much for asking me to do this video. Can't believe I never thought of it before, but yes, maybe I will do this again in the future. If you guys like this type of video, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments how you liked this video. If you would like to see me do this again, I would happily, you know, do this again for you all. Let me know if it was helpful, if there was anything that I need to add or take out. I, you know, really value your opinion and want to know, you know, how this video did for you. So thank you so much for clicking on this video and spending some time with me today. I always appreciate you guys being here. I hope you are all doing well, and I hope you all have an amazing week, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.